Welcome back to the 15th episode of Learn Portuguese with me. So, I think we pressed last episode the start button, but it didn't save. So we're gonna add the 50 minutes from last episode. That we have the right time, but yeah. So we're gonna start. All right. Today, what we're gonna do? Today we're gonna record another episode of speed reading. Okay, this was quite fun and also quite helpful, and we made a lot of progress. And in the first steps, in the first weeks, it's very important to get a lot of input, and yeah. All right. Today, what we gonna have? I think we finished 6 and 7, the 6th and the 7th episode. Today we're gonna try if we get this and this episode, this and this chapter, in 45 minutes, okay? Maximum 60 or 59 minutes. But yeah, let's jump in and yeah, we see. So, and this was no cut. This was no cut. This sounded like a cut. So let's start straight in. So, alright. Gosto muito de comida, especialmente quando a partilho com minha família e os meus amigos. Okay, so I like a lot of food. I really like food, especially when I share it with my family and my friends. In Portugal, the food is a big part of the daily life, the vida diaria. So we usually encountered dia, but now is it diaria, and it's referring to the vida. So this is an adjective. Yeah, uma vez, I wanted to say une fois, because I didn't find the English word. One time per week, I usually go, not conjugated. I usually go. Okay, interesting. Because usually when it's like an article, it isn't without this element. So compras, I usually go buying, eating. I usually go. Okay. I usually go I usually go for eating with my mom. This is, I don't know. I usually go. Okay, I don't know. Compras. Oh no, compras is like go buying. Maybe this is like I usually go buying food, buying this with my mom, kind of something like this. Normally we are going at the supermercado, so me and my mother. So vamos, supermercado perto is like close to the house. There we are buying fruits, pretty much vegetables, bread, milk. I don't know. Even think it should be eggs or yogurt. I think eggs or yogurt, or fish. No, fish would be something like peixe. I think so. Arroz e muitas outras coisas, and a lot of other things. But arroz, I don't know. Arroz. My mother likes escola. I think we encountered this in the last episode in the 100 most important verbs, but I forgot. Ingredients. Yeah, this is pretty much Pretty much. This is so easy. Fresh. My mom likes so this is a verb. Yeah, as we it's a verb. And my mother likes to, I don't know, to buy fresh ingredients. She says that a good recipe, a good a good food recipe, with she says that a good food recipe is with good products, for sure. I help a colocar os. Maybe like collect, maybe. Oh, I help to collect the foods, or alimentos is like the food in the car. And sometimes also I help to bring the bags to the house. Okay, so he's not a gentleman. Only sometimes, but sometimes he's helping. Also, yeah. The breakfast, I usually eat bread with. Okay, this is maybe butter. Bread with butter, I think it should be. Or montage. É na montagem. Costuma pão com queijo, or bread with marmalade, maybe marmalade or butter. Fruits and drink milk. Okay. To dinner. Like oftentimes. I think this is something like, not like a verb. It's an adjective kinda. Maybe maximum. Okay, the words and the sentence getting more difficult. This is nice. Peixe. Peixe. This is pretty much fish. Okay. Can I say this is pretty much? This should be fish and meat or meat with fruits. Okay. For dinner, like oftentimes, I don't know, masa, arroz. No, or maybe is arroz like a food? I don't know. No, arroz is like a food. It's not an adjective. I don't know what it is. Arroz. Maybe an app. I don't know. Arroz. What is arroz? Arroz. Arroz. Or meat with vegetables. One of my favorite foods is bacalhau. I don't know, bacalhau. Bajalo. É prato muito popular em Portugal. É prato. Prato is like a food or Mahlzeit. How to say to Mahlzeit? In German you say Mahl. Do you write with H? Yeah. Have a good meal. Huh? Yeah, you can say like an expression. So Mahlzeit, like a statement. Mahlzeit, but Mahlzeit is usually just one food. It's like, no, yeah, no. Nah, it's like um pasto. Pasto? Estou a fazer uma refeição.
Estou a fazer uma refeição.
Refeição. Okay, crazy. But it's like a food or a cooked food, I think. I also like the soup because my grandfather makes a good, excellent, but I think it was grandfather. My grandmother, my grandmother. I think it was my grandmother because it's feminine. Feminine. Jantar, maybe. I think we encountered this already, but this looks in this context like in Friday. At Friday. I don't know. We never encountered the days of the week, but this feels like a day of a week. A minha família reúne-se hoje. Falamos sobre de nosso dia enquanto comemos. While eating. I like the moments because everybody is together. When I'm with my friends, but wait, what is this? I think this is, I don't know, we encounter this many times, but right now, I don't know. When with my friends, sometimes buying ice cream or uma bebida. Gelado é uma bebida, or a drink. We don't okay, this we don't do every day, but it's a nice thing to pass time together. For comida não serve apenas para matar a fome. Huh? This is crazy. This is crazy. A comida. I don't know. I saw this kind of word so many times, like comida, compras. I don't know if this means now to we or he starts, or she starts, it starts, or is it like food, or is it like, I don't know. A comida, not only for matar e fome. I don't know any word of this. Is he giving up? Is he giving up right now? I don't know. Also, junto aos peixes. Also, juntar. Also, together as persons. A lot of my best memories acontecem. I don't know. As time a week with my family or my friends. A lot of the best moments happen à volta. Sometimes in a week with my family. All right. This was quite rough. So, but this is a good sign. This is the sign of more difficult chapters. All right. Give me the translation for all the words who are underlined. Alright. Why is he sketching something out? What is he doing? I don't know. But we're gonna go to the next page. And without really looking at it, you know the game. Maybe this is my identity. He never prepares episodes. No, but this is actually pretty much all freestyle. But this is like the real learning journey. With every mistakes and every bullshit. Alright, compras was like comprare, like the shoppings, the buying, the things you bought. Shopping, okay. Comida, okay, like comprar with P is shopping, and comida with D, it's the top. Because here you're losing money to the top, to the bottom, and here you are, food is like the best, so it's up there, food. Maybe. Sometimes the mnemonic devices, as we learned in the last episodes, are pretty... doesn't have to make sense. But sometimes these, especially these, are still sticking. Because back then in my... how to say this? My high school, I wasn't really in high school. In Germany we don't have high school, but in my high school... yeah, I had Latin already. I was so bad in Latin, okay? And there was the word stingere. We said stingere. And back then I played a game, it was called Modern Warfare 3, and there was a stinger. It was... maybe someone of you know. Stingere. No. Stinger. Stinger MP3. Stinger MP3. But this was actually... yeah, I found it. Perfect. This was this thing, Stinger. Yeah. And with this you could shoot down drones, UAV drones. And so my translation was auslöschen. And now we're gonna check this, if this is still the truth and I can still remember this word. So we're gonna go in Latin. And stingere was like auslöschen. But we're gonna check also in English. Stingere. Oh my god. Stingere auslöschen. To extinguish. Yeah. And yeah, till this day, this sticks. But this is actually also another bad mnemonic device. It's pretty clever. Because I think the name actually is derived. So the weapon name is also derived from this word. Yeah, we're gonna continue with the story, or with the vocabulary. And comida is like the food. Supermercado is like the supermarket. And fruta is like the fruits. Legume are like the vegetables. And queijo, I don't know. Cheese, okay, queijo. Okay. Others was like, I think this looks like the butter. Rice. Yeah, okay. Ingredients are the ingredients. Alright. Fresco is like fresh. Refeijo is like the recipe. Okay, the meal. Alright. Alimentos is like also like the ingredients, or like the food products, yeah. Saco are like the bags. Manteja. I don't know. Manteja is like the butter, okay. Massa is like the pasta, okay. Peixe is like the fish. And carne is the the meat. Basalco looks like the codfish. What the fuck? Carne, meat. Sopa is like the soup. Gelado is the ice. And fome is like... I don't know, have we actually encountered this word? There, fome. Alright. Fome is... Fome is like the hunger, okay. So, como que vai o João a compras? Como que João? Oh, this is not right. João, vous comprar para vous comprar com sua mão. Alright. Qual é uma de comidas favoritas do João? Qual é uma das comidas favoritas do João? Qual é uma das comidas favoritas do João? First, second. So what is the favorite food of João? I think it was like codfish, but I actually can't. So let's just write. Comidas as comidas favoritas do João. João é just let us say for now pão to move on, because this is also more important to get this sentence than to list the words, the different words. Third, porque são importantes as refeições para o João? What are important meals for João? What or why it's important as why are meals important? Why are the meals important? The meal importantes para why are meals important for João? This makes no sense. Why is it important for him? It's important because it's food. Porque João gosta de how to say to eat. Have we actually learned how to say to eat? French, Portuguese. To eat. Para comer. Gosto de comer. Porque João gosta de comer. Porque João gosta de comer. Yeah. Alright. This was... I don't know. But yeah, let's continue. What is he doing, actually? I don't know. Stop with this. So, don't create an image. Just give me the translation for all the words which are underlined. Alright. So, where do I have? As compras to go shopping. But why as? So as compras means shopping, but what does the as mean? I think it isn't the definite article, right? Arroz. The rice is the arroz. Actually, it is the definite article. The reason it looks different is because of a contraction. As compras. Here as. Ah, alright. Alright. I never have seen this. So now it's quite clear. Alright. So they're aus. Okay. Okay, this is also crazy. Alright. Okay. Veio, arroz, escola, to choose. Also to, okay. To choose, school, shoes, maybe yeah, colocar, to put, place. Quail, another time, cheese, arroz, massa. Massa, through pasta you get a lot of mass. Massa. Pashal, codfish. Prato, dish, meal, yeah. Avo, grandmother, jantar, dinner. Okay, sal, I go out. Okay, sal was... A comida não serve apenas para matar. Food doesn't only serve to satisfy hunger. A comida não serve only for... Okay, satisfy our hunger. Okay, yeah, this was quite hard. But now it seems logical. Around a volta di una mescia. Because a volta means in Italian sometimes. And I was pretty stuck. But a volta is... Okay. Alright. So, yeah. Let's continue. Also with this for now. Alright. So I like a lot of food, especially when I share with my family and my friends. In Portugal, the food is a big part of the daily life. Let's make it like this. One time per week, I usually go shopping. And now it's clear with my mother. Yeah, now it's All right. Normally, vamos a Normally, we are going to a supermarket next to our house. There, we are buying fruits, vegetables, bread, milk, cheese, rice, and a lot of other things. My mother likes to choose fresh ingredients. She says that a good meal, this was not a recipe, comichá, a good meal. What is this actually? This is a good meal? Where was it? Where have we been? No. I actually tried to do this with my pad. Okay. Okay. No, a good meal, comichá. A good meal starts with fresh products. Okay, a good meal starts. Yeah, and this is not like comida, like the D to the upside. So you get food, and not like compras, where you lose money because you go down with the P, as a mnemonic device, as we did earlier. As we created earlier. So it's like beginning, because it's straight through the middle without the P to the downside and without the D to the upside. Starts with fresh, with good products. I help colocar. To put place. Okay. I help to put place the. Okay, I help her to put the food products in the car, maybe the shopping car. Sometimes also I help to bring the bags to the house. For breakfast, I usually eat comer with the M, with no D to the upside or P to the downside. So I begin. No. I think there is also a third word, like comer, comisar, like to eat, also through the middle. And comisar. Okay, this is crazy. To the middle and. Sorry for all these little problems in this session. Sorry. I hope you don't mind. Yeah. I usually eat bread with cheese or manteiga. Butter. I think this was butter. 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 Yeah, fruits and drink milk. For dinner? How or like oftentimes rice. For dinner, oftentimes rice. Pasta, fish, and meat with vegetables. One of my favorite comidas, food to the upside, it gives you energy. Favoritas codfish, whatever this is. One dish, one very important meal popular meal in Portugal. I also like soup because my grandmother makes excellent soup. For dinner, my family reunites. Okay, this was not a week. This was not a weekday. This was like for dinner. My family reunites at the tisch, at the desk. The tisch. In Germany we say tisch. Or do you say also in English tisch? The tisch. Desk. No, you say tisch. I don't know. I know if you say tisch and okay. Tisch. All the languages are mixing. Falamos, we talk about our day while we eating. Comemos with the M. Gosto deste. I like these moments when we are together, when I leave with my friends or when I go out with my friends. Sometimes comprar with to the downside, like losing money we are buy. This was actually so nice because before I was quite comprar is like food or buying, but now it's losing money to buy an ice cream or drink. We don't do this every day, but it's a good thing to pass time with friends. For comida, for eating, for food. The food, yeah, this was like this. The food doesn't only serve for satisfy the hunger, the appetite, also to reunite, also together or to be together with people. A lot of my best memories I collect around people, around the desk with my family and my friends. Okay. Let me check this. Acontecer. Happen. Okay. So a lot of my. Get this.
Acontecer.
Acontecer. Okay, a lot of my best memories happen around the desk with my family and my friends. Okay, crazy. So this was quite difficult. Let me check the difficulty. Difficulty. Okay, this episode is crazy. So we make a screenshot, and now we are cutting this because otherwise ChatGPT is sometimes a little bit biased and wants to confirm us. Oh, we did actually so much already. Now let's check this text. Maybe this text is... This would be so embarrassing. But yeah, you can't lie. The last 14, 15 episodes, we have to had made a lot of progress. So, hey chat, can you compare these two texts with each other and say which is more difficult, and also determine the difficulty for both texts? Both texts. All right. Oh, all right. Have we reached A2 level right now? This would be sick. So I think we can do a test in the next episode. Yeah, ingredients. Yeah, but like ingredients, I was pretty bad. Basic. All right. Okay, this is nice. This makes me proud. Sou grato por fazer progre. Okay. But now we're gonna get our test corrections. Let's say, João vai comprar. Vou comprar. O João comprar sua irmã. Sua. Okay, it's not EU with U, so it's feminine. Yeah. Okay, this I can actually improve. There is the article missing. This can I also actually improve. Okay, so this is pretty much one term. This is like the infinitive. Okay, so it's just like a statement. It's less like an expression, but no. Yeah, Wu is for sure when I'm doing it. So I talk about Joao. So Joao, yeah, for sure. Okay, very important. This was important. This mistake. Yeah, for sure. And this was like a, how do you say in careless mistake? This was like a careless mistake. As comidas favoritas do João e Paulo. De comidas favoritas. Okay, one of I said more like the favorite food of Joao is, but you can say one of the favorite foods of Joao is the bread. Yeah, the article. I always leave the article out. I always leave the article aus. So in German you say aus, not out. But yeah. Grammatically correct. Porque o João gosta de comer. Porque o João gosta de comer. O João. Again the article. Okay. I think you're making the same mistakes. Verb agreement, yeah. And article, yeah. And possessive, yeah. Try to use them to... Yeah, you got me. You get me. Okay, so this took quite long. This took really quite long. And I don't know if we're gonna start the next chapter in this episode, but what we're gonna do in the next episode, I think. Oh, but let's look at this. Fuck. We made a lot of progress. All right, so this will be the story for next episode, and I think we're gonna do an A2 test next episode, and maybe we are losing again. We are losing our title of A2 because generally these tests online and with A2, B2, B1, there you have to know like conjugations by heart and all forms and this and a lot of little things, which are for me at the beginning not very important, because the most important thing is to get a base, to get a lot of input, to get a lot of repetition, to get a lot of patterns you see over and over and over again. And if you have like base, you can later fill this. Like imagine a tree without leaves, and we want to get this, and time by time the leaves are gonna grow and our mistakes won't be that obvious. Okay, so with this said, stay tuned and até a próxima. Obrigado. We see us in the next episode of Learn Portuguese with me.